Sometimes it can feel like everything you say turns into an argument, and like you're either walking on eggshells or bracing for some sort of pushback. And you want to talk to your kid, but trying to speak to them is like learning a different language that you've never even heard of. Because what used to be a close, tight-knit relationship now feels like resistance. And you're probably exhausted. And to be honest, if you're honest with yourself, you might even be a little bit resentful. But the important thing to remember is that you're not the enemy, and neither is your kid, even though it feels like you're on opposite sides. Let's talk about how to stop parenting from opposition and how to get back on the same team as your kid. Whenever your teen does like the classic eye roll, or whenever they shut down or blow up, it's really easy for you to translate that as defiance, rejection, or disrespect. And it makes sense. I mean, you love your kid, right? You want the best for him. And so whenever you offer love and they reject that, you're going to tell yourself something about it, and it's going to feel like a slap in the face. But here's the truth. Their behavior isn't an attack on you. It's a symptom. More importantly, it's a signal that something has gone awry inside. This signal can be a lot of things, but most of the time it has to do with them not feeling emotionally secure in that moment with either themselves or with you as the parent or in the whole environment. Whenever a kid even says, like, leave me alone, they're not telling you not to care. What they're saying is, I don't know how to be with you or let you in or be vulnerable with you without losing a part of myself. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to protect themselves. So here's where a lot of parents get it wrong. They respond to disconnection with correction. More monitoring, more rules, more consequences. And this isn't because they're bad parents or want to intentionally set themselves up for failure. It's because they're afraid. And fear oftentimes gets disguised as structure or consequences. Now here's the blind spot. If your teen doesn't feel emotionally secure with themselves and therefore with you, then the consequences and the extra monitoring and the extra pressure isn't going to feel like support. It's going to feel like power, control, and surveillance. You can't build connection through disconnection. It doesn't work. So here are a few things that I've learned just throughout my time working with parents that help you rebuild that alliance with your team. The first one, drop the agenda, pick up curiosity. That looks like a lot of things, but primarily you want to draw awareness to what you're walking into with your teen whenever you engage with them. What are you holding? What are you carrying? What are you telling yourself when you're going into a conversation with them? Do you have an agenda? Is your agenda to instruct or to teach or to criticize or to even coach to help them feel better and do better? If so, that's walking in with an agenda, and that's going to put pressure on them and they're going to withdraw. It's not that black and white, but that's the general premise of it all. We want to prioritize being over doing. The more things that you do, the more effort you put in, the more your teen is going to read that and translate that to, I'm not who they want me to be right now, so they're trying to fix me, and there's something wrong with me, so I'm going to disconnect because that's scary, thinking that my attachment figure doesn't think I am who they want me to be. Prioritize being over doing. Just be with them. That's all this looks like. Go into their world for a little bit. Explore it. Even say it. You can like say this stuff. Like, this is so crazy. You can say this stuff to your teen. Like, hey, I feel like I've been trying to manage you. But I kind of just want to like explore how to do that less and just be with you in this moment. So what does that look like? Number 2, showing up neutral, not needy. A lot of times parents take their kids' response or even lack of response and they tell themselves something about that. They make it about them. I'm a bad parent. I'm a bad mom because you had this reaction. It's like, no, that's not what's important here. What's important is that you actually don't make it about yourself. That's what's important. How do you make it less about yourself and more about your teen? You get curious and you drop the agenda and you stop telling yourself these things. Another one is when a parent will put this sort of pressure on a kid to reaffirm to the parent that their relationship is okay. So my relationship's contingent on you telling me that it's okay. That's emotionally needy. It's not what you want to be. It's okay. You're not doing anything intentionally wrong, but this is just a blind spot that we have to be open to. Number 3, prioritize the repair, not the rupture. Ruptures are going to happen. And by rupture, I mean a disconnect in the relationship. They're going to happen. I promise you. If you're looking for a way to stop ruptures in the relationship to happen, you're going to beat yourself to death because it's not a thing. And so what you want to do constantly is you want to prioritize the repair over the rupture. Don't get lost in the rupture. We'll jump into this here in a little bit. Don't make your relationship about the conflict. Always seek to prioritize the repair in the rupture, because what your kid is going to learn from that is you can get upset and you can still come to me. We can still talk things out. Which brings me to number 4, reconnect outside of the conflict. This looks like a few ways, but the main one you want to sort of bring awareness to is what I was talking about earlier. Do not make the conflict your relationship. A lot of relationships, a lot of parents get lost in the conflict they have, and they don't seek to lay the groundwork that can actually support them through the conflict. If you make your relationship about the conflict, you avoid, subconsciously, you just avoid laying the groundwork. You avoid getting curious and wanting to learn more about your kid and your teen and what they're going through. What that's going to do is, if you prioritize connection outside of the disconnection, outside of the conflict, you're going to start entering into the teen's world a little bit. And that's going to lay the groundwork for when you do have conflict, your teen can trust you just that much more to open up and to feel safe with you, because you know that there was actually effort that didn't really have to do with you, but it had to do with wanting to understand where your kid is coming from. You're not failing as a parent, you're just running a playbook that wasn't built for the kid's nervous system, their internal world, or the way that they relate to anything. The good news is you can still shift from correction to connection. The goal is to build a safe place, a safe relationship, a secure relationship with your teen. It is not to bait them into a relationship that feels like a trap. This is what I do. This is what I've been doing for several years. I've been working with adolescents primarily and with their parents to rebuild connections that somehow along the way got lost. And at the core, you guys all want to get back together, but there's things getting in the way of that, and we have to take a deeper look at that. So leave a comment, something that you've been struggling with your teen. Let's talk about it. Peace.